This is Flo. The monogram is at the bottom of the left hand side when you open your canvas, and it just says monogram. It opens up like this. Now, if you have access, you will be able to print or cut these or draw them and cut them. If you don't have access, then you won't be able to do that. First of all, under your initials up the top here, I'm going to put my initials, and I've got 4, so I'm just going to write those. Now, some of these will only have the 3 initials, for instance, like this one. This is your classic one here, and under classic you've got modern, elegant, handwritten, and vintage. Now, under each of those, if you scroll down at the bottom here, you will find there's different ones. Now, if you go to thematic, it gives you different themes to put them in. So you could have the ferns around the outside, for instance, or you could have it in the middle of a flower. So those are things that you can just scroll through and check and see whether you like them. That's a pretty one. And then, for instance, under the thematic, you've also got the decorative, botanical, interests, and sports. So again, they've got things down here that you can scroll down, and your frame styles are down there. Now, under the top here, where I'm scrolling around here, it's got any, but you can also pick them that are simply just cut. So if they are just cut, you'll default to the ones that are only cut. If you go to cut and draw, you'll be able to have the cut and draw images. But if you just go to any, they'll all come up. So that's the way to get them there. Now, if I go back to classic, actually I'll put a frame around it just to make it look pretty. And I'll choose this one. I think I've had that one. I'll do this one. It looks pretty. So it's got an arrow here. So it's also got different ways I can do it. So that's also looking quite neat. And then at the bottom, when you've finished and you want to see it, you can just go add to canvas. Now, if add to canvas, you should be able to do whether you're on access or not. I'll make that a little bit bigger so that you can see it there, looking really pretty. And if I take it through, it will probably cut all these different layers by the looks of things here. And all I've got to do is go through and choose make it, and it will put them on the different things for me. Oh, look at that. I would suggest by all these little things here, I would be doing this in vinyl. However, if I chose without a mat, I've got this without a mat. That's what it defaults to for me. If I choose on mat, it'll still come back and do this. Then it'll give me the other little bits that I need, and it'll give me all the other colours, and it just tells me how much of everything that I need on my mats. And if I cut that all out, that would then give me all the little pieces that I needed to do it. Once you've chosen whether you want them on a mat or without a mat, you can then go to continue and pick your machine, and whichever one you want. Mine may come up or it may not. No, my device is not found at the moment because I need to turn it off and on again. However, we'll go back because I'm not going to cut those right now. So if I go back and choose this, I can say, yes, I do want to cancel the cut. And it'll take me back here. So very quickly again, go to the monogram feature at the bottom. it will automatically come up with the last thing that I've done before turning it off. So this is where I did it. This is where your initials go. This is your operation type. That's whether you've got any cut or cut and draw. These are your classic ones on this side. And you've got 4 different types of classic ones. Then down here you've got classic outlines, and of course you can go through those and see which one you like there. And down the bottom you've got your different types of text styles. So your themes, again, you've got different types of frames and different types of text styles when you go through here. Add to canvas, and you'll see that this probably adds yet another one to my canvas. So that's as quick as it is. As I say, you need to have access, Cricut access, to print these or cut them, draw them or cut them, because they don't do print and cut. Although if you wanted it to print and cut, all you'd need to do is flatten it. You could flatten it. I would suggest, if you're going to do that, then rather than get it to cut all around all these little things, which is what it would do, you'd put a background on it, which would just simply mean putting a shape in the background, as the shape we want is just something to be in the background, and for it to cut around a background shape, we could just do that. Change our colour to possibly a light blue, and then send it to the back. And there we are. Not probably the ideal colour for doing a background. So if you wanted to change that, you could go down and pick pale red and see whether you liked that one. You could pick a purple and see whether you like that one. I'm not overly fond of either of those, but there's the yellow. Or I could just simply pick a white background, and that will print this. And if I select all this, it will then, and go flatten, I can come off and it will have a white background. That won't be printed because generally your pages are white. However, it will print all this in colour, and then it will just cut it out as a square. So depending on what you want to do with it, whether you want to cut it out in a sticker paper or something like that, you could quite easily do it like that. So I hope that's helped.